Hi, it's Saturday afternoon. And I don't know about your neck of the woods, but here in Miami, it's been cloudy and raining all day. Very appropriate, because 2,000 years ago, Jesus was laid in a tomb. And he was resting. He was dead. And nothing much happened that Saturday. We don't know where the disciples were. We could assume that they were discouraged and depressed and sad. They felt abandoned. They probably felt forsaken. Have you felt that way? Especially now, during this pandemic that we're in. Have you been praying to God and asking him for guidance or protection, and it seems like no one's listening? You lost your job. I just heard from a friend of mine, Raymond, in New Jersey, who has the COVID-19 and he's recuperating in a hospital. But if you have felt forsaken and abandoned by God, well, join the club. Jesus knows exactly what you're going through. On Friday, between 12 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Matthew 27 records that there was darkness all over the earth. And there was a darkness that surrounded the cross. And no one can see in, and Jesus could not see out. It was total darkness. And the Bible records that Jesus cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me? Have you been there? But what puzzles me is this is Jesus, part of the Godhead. He feels forsaken and abandoned. Now, Jesus is modeling for us exactly what we need to do during this crisis. Notice, he did not complain, he did not grumble, he did not criticize. He cried out to God. See, when I lost it, when my niece died, I ran away from God, and instead of bringing it to God, expressing myself to him, I tried to self-medicate myself. But here is Jesus on that cross. He says, my God, you are still my God. In this situation, you're still my God. So where are you? Where are you? Why am I alone? Why am I here by myself? And the truth is, he wasn't alone. Now, did God forsake him and abandon him? Yes and no. See, at that moment, all the sins of the world was placed on Jesus. Remember, John the Baptist said, Jesus is the Lamb of God who has come to take away the sins of the world. And so in that moment, the sins of the world, your sin, my sins, everyone's sins were placed on Christ. And the only thing that can separate us and God is sin. And so in that moment, he felt the eternal separation from his Father. And that he could not take it. But notice, he still cried out to God. He did not disqualify him as his God. You and I need to do the same thing. In this situation, in this dark world that we're in right now, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know. I don't know the next time I can open the doors in my church to let the congregation back. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But the one thing I can do right now is say, my God, you're still my God. And I may feel that you're not close to me. I may feel that you have abandoned me. But see, that's okay. That's the fear speaking. But he will still remain my God. How about you? That day, Jesus cried out to his Father in desperation. You and I, on this Sabbath afternoon, this cloudy, gloomy Sabbath afternoon, we need to cry out to God and say, look, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but you do. Because remember, if you know the story, something powerful happened on Sunday morning. But for now, this Sabbath, this Saturday afternoon, cry out to him. He's still your God. He's still close to us. Jesus could not see through the darkness, but we know that God was very close to the cross. Just as in our situation, we may not see him, but he's still close to us. He's still our God. And that's my thought as I sit on my yellow chair. God bless you. See you tomorrow.